Hello Capricorn, this is your extended reading. So the cards that are here for you, Capricorn, are really interesting because, well, there is one card in particular you may have seen in the Wheel of Fortune that is also here, and it was actually also in yesterday's reading for Sagittarius too. So I feel like there is, it's like this chain of events that are happening with, one person that influences you, and then what happens to you, the shift in you is influencing another. So it's actually very interesting because the Wheel of Fortune for Sagittarius yesterday was talking about shifting their destiny, changing their destiny, really stepping into this other dimension, in this other reality, because they were not afraid to confront their own destiny, while others, which is coming through a little bit as your now perspective, Capricorn, the others for them are your perspective now, right? For this reading at least. So the others there were still afraid of confronting their destiny, which I feel like you are doing it. So now this is the reason why this the plates in the scale that we saw from the first part with the Justice card was showing the this rebalancing of the scales, right? Setting the record straight. But I want to say there seems to be someone, and I feel like someone younger than you, that has a lot of beautiful potential in them to really find this source of change, but they're still struggling. So it's like this repetition of the story. It seems like you're seeing someone go through a very critical change, and this helps you to see how imbalanced you were. And then when it was the time for your own scales to be brought back into balance, then you did this process, and then you were serving as an example for another person to do the same thing, right? This is the reason why I'm talking about this chain event that I'm seeing here with actually, these two readings. But I feel like you are moving on to your own path, because we begin this extended with the Chariot, and this Chariot is talking about whatever you thought that it was unfair, that you only found yourself in struggling moments or in a very harsh situation, right? Because we saw also Judgment leading towards the Sun in the first part. It's like you find yourself now in a position where you don't have to put a lot of effort to receive more imbalance, right? That we saw with the Three of Wands, tipping up the scales towards one side of the other, right? Never finding balance really. But then when you see yourself connecting to the Sun, it's like this actually, it's coming through a very interesting the way that is positioned here, because we have your own wheel, and this Wheel of Fortune, which I want to say is actually not yours, it's theirs. This other person that is being influenced by you in a way, because it's like with this Chariot, it's like, as I said, from the message that was coming through in Sagittarius, it's like they were not afraid to step into their own destiny and confront it and shift their lives because of it, right? And you coming through as the perspective of the others that they were dealing with, it's like now you are stepping into your own destiny. It's like now you are taking charge of your own path, of your own fate, of your own life in a sense. And especially because of this card, so we have the Chariot followed by the Knight of Swords, and it's coming through with a similar message from for Sagittarius also, because in the extended they were able to help others because they were protected. Their heart was protected, and I feel like for you is a similar thing, Capricorn, because now you're coming through as the Knight of Swords. It's almost like I'm seeing this Knight of Swords on top of this Chariot, ready to ride it, ready to move very quickly, but also protecting your own ideas, protecting your own beliefs. So if you started the first part with, it's like following traditional behavior or traditional beliefs, or just this set of rules, or it's like it came through with the Ten of Swords as a follower, right? A follower. And with you, when you choose to really see yourself drinking from the sun, right, directly from source, and finding that this is the real, true source to finding balance, right? Not only find, it's like keep balance, keep in balance, right? That's the reason why you shift from the follower on into like the driver's seats, right? You're no longer on the side. You're no longer on one side or the other, right? You are the driver. Now you are driving your own life. Now you are handling your own destiny in a sense. That's the reason why your own wheel is capable of moving, because you're on top of it. You are moving it because now you're drinking from the purest source, which is, you know, this sun, which is very just. It's divinely just for you. That's the reason why you feel safe. It's like you are feeling protected. The shield from this Knight is coming through as giving you this sense of protection. And I feel like it's not something that is external to you, as I said, because it's coming through as the Knight of Swords. It's coming through as like something that is in your mind that is shifting the belief that puts you, you know, in this driver's seat where you feel it's like you feel very confident with your own set of beliefs, because now you're drinking from a source that is keeping things very balanced, very at ease, very peaceful, right? But because we have these two cards, whoops, because we have these two cards following you here, right? You being the Knight of Swords, there is this Page of Wands and the Three of Swords. And so I feel like whoever this Page of Wands is, because as I said, the way that you were using your energy, your strength, your time, your effort, your work was coming through in these two cards from the first part, the Three of Wands and the Ace of Wands. But the shift coming really when you embody this King of Swords, right? Very, very noble and wise. It's how it's coming through. Knowing how to use your energy, how to use your energy to create from this source, right? And so feeling also protected to move, right? Wherever your destiny is leading, or I'm going to rephrase that, wherever you are taking yourself towards fulfilling this destiny, right? There is someone that is seeing you doing this, going through this process, going through this correction of the scales of this divine justice energy. It's like seeing you shift your beliefs from being a follower into being someone that thinks for yourself, right? Using this updated version of how to think. It's coming through like the technology that I saw in the first part. It's coming through as your own technology, your own brain, your own mind, your own consciousness, really, right? So this is the reason why things are moving quickly now, because you're on top of it. Like you can use your consciousness with reason, right? But feeling that you are protected to use it in that way. And this person here, whoever they are, which they feel like younger or at least more, at least more naive than you, but also with the same energies, because as I said, it's like you have the Swords energy, using your energy being the Ace of Wands, so Swords and Wands. And they're coming through as wands, but not knowing how to use their energy, or not knowing how to use their brain or their ideas. So they do have the energy within themselves, but they're still struggling to really, it's like the clock's not ticking properly, right? There is some sort of issue in that, what is the name of it's not clog, is it? I always forget that word. The thing in the, the old machines. Anyway, I hope you know what I mean. I always forget that word. So it's like, it's like the clock is not ticking for them. It's like it's almost like they don't want to age, in a sense. They don't want to grow old. They want to remain as this youthful energy. It's like they think that this is the only way that they can thrive. It's like by remaining young, right? And so this is, for them, this is their belief that this is going to be something that is giving them power to refill that energy, but really getting things misjudged, as you were actually, right? So they are witnessing you going through this shift, seeing how you have grown, how you have become so confident of your position, right? Your actual position now that you are hopping on and holding the reins of your own destiny in your hands. So it's like they are inspired by you, but it's like they need some time to mature. They need some time to really see how their ideas are not balanced, right? It's like they're still struggling with one side or the other. But by doing so with, well, I want to say with a lot of energy, with a lot of passion, but it's like they are choosing one side or the other, thinking that that's the right thing to do because their passion is leading, and because their ideas are not properly organized or balanced, right? So this is where I feel like, Capricorn, it's not that you're stopping where you're going, right, to guide this one, but I feel like, in a sense, by your choice, no, it's not your choices, by your movement, it's like you're picking a route that is indirectly showing them how they are, it's not that they are wrong, it's like how they are mixing up things, right? Thinking that their energy is coming from one place, but really finding themselves in a tricky position where they're not using their mind correctly, right? They're not thinking things straight. And I feel like, as I said, it's like the route that you're taking is serving a purpose to teach them about taking control of their own destiny, right? Because of these cards. So we have the Four of Swords, the Wheel of Fortune, and the Ten of Pentacles, but also we have the bottom of the deck that I will include at the end. So it's like, as I'm saying, you're not stopping. Whatever you're doing, you're going, and you're not thinking twice before leaving. It's like, now that things have become lighter and fair and just and proper and balanced, right? It's like you have everything in your favor because you know where you are reaching out to get this very, it's like very pure source of strength, of movement, of passion, of light. And so whatever you're doing no matter what. This Page of Wands that is, in between your Chariot and the Wheel of Fortune, it's like this is their Wheel of Fortune. This is their destiny, but you are the one who is showing them how to guide themselves towards controlling their destiny, because it's like they saw how you shifted your mind. And so by doing so, it's like they are taking a little bit of time to reconsider what they thought that they were creating from it's like they didn't have all the information that they needed, just like you did, right? So they were creating from a limited perspective, but creating nonetheless. And so thinking that that was because they're young, so they have plenty of energy to do so, but seeing how you shifted yourself or your life direction, especially because of the 10 of Pentacles, and well, I'll just add it now, the 10 of Cups. It's like, this is where you are at, and this is what they are seeing, that you are achieving, you know, complete fulfillment, materially, emotionally, right? And it's like they want it too, right? They see that and they're inspired by it. But I want to say, Capricorn, it's like you don't need words to teach them. They are smart enough, even though they have things, you know, turned upside down in their minds for this moment, but by witnessing you, they are learning that they can take a moment to really rest and regroup and regenerate their own thoughts in a way that they can turn their own wheel towards this 10 of Pentacles and towards this 10 of Cups, which is where they also want to reach. But it's like they also know that they cannot stop you from going where you need to go, right? Because they are already sensing that this destiny of theirs is going to be reached by their doing. It's like by their own process of coming of age, right? And so they know that they cannot stop you. They know that, and they don't want to interrupt. That's the thing. It's just like that you're linked, right? And so whatever happens to you, it's like your destinies are linked in a sense. Whatever happens to you, whatever beautiful unfolding happens for you physically and emotionally, affects their destiny too. And so it's like the thing is, they are learning from you indirectly, because they know that as you had taken control of your own destiny, it's like they want to take it under their control too. They want to hold their own reins in their own hands too, right? Just as you did. But as I said, because we have the Four of Swords here, it's like there is this moment of stop and stallment and just stillness, because for now they have this misunderstanding that they can create because they're young enough, they have energy enough, but they are going, and you don't need to stop. This Four of Swords does not apply to you, Capricorn. This is for them to achieve what you are already on your way to achieving, which is the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups, which is this complete fulfillment in all areas of your life, right? So, but this is for them, and they are realizing that. So I'm actually very curious now to see what's going to be showing up in the Aquarius reading, which is the next one after yours, right? Because if you were the ones that appeared in Sagittarius reading, perhaps the Aquarius one is this Page of Wands here that is needing to take a break to really regroup and recenter their mind, right? In order to really reset their thoughts to create something that is in accordance to their own destiny, right? So that's actually really interesting. But I feel like you are on your way. There's nothing stopping you, nothing. So, but let's see what the final guidance from the astrological rune have to say for you, Capricorn, today. This is so cool. I love this. This is so amazing. First of all, because this is the first time that this happens, but it has such connection to Sagittarius that I'm just in awe. I mean, literally my mind is blown right now. So the rune that came through is the North Node. And if you've seen the extended reading for the Sagittarius yesterday, you'll see that the rune that came through for them was the South Node, which I talked about being, you know, starting this journey towards spiritual development, which is, you know, this larger message of these nodes in astrology. But the North Node, I believe, even if you've seen like all of my extendeds, I believe, if I'm correct, that this rune never showed up because, you know, this is, you know, a circular piece that usually when I pick up from this bag, right, you know, it could be sideways or upside down or whatever. And so I always got the South Node. And this is the first time that once I turned, it came through specifically like this as the North Node. And so I feel like this is actually what is really shifting in you, in your perception of what means to receive divine justice. It's like the same thing, the same piece in a sense, can be seen through many different perspectives, right? Like this 360-degree perspective, right? As the sun, right? You don't have only two options, like upside down or whatever. It's like you can have every single option, but also because this is a North Node, and you know the North Node usually in astrology is talking about you know, fulfilling your destiny. It's talking about reaching this place of higher development of your own spirit. So it is this higher achievement in spirituality, in really fulfilling. It's like karma is over. Karma is over. This divine justice is yours, Capricorn. And I know this can be very cliche or cheesy or whatever, but it is what I'm getting here. Especially because the South Node came for Sagittarius yesterday. And so the North Node coming for you, it's like you are also achieving this place where you are completing this karmic cycle for you to really develop this, it's like this sense of spiritual elevation, right? So you are succeeding in it. This rune, this final guidance coming from the rune, is talking about you are achieving it. You are, you know, stepping up spiritually. So congratulations to you, Capricorn. And whatever you're doing for yourself, know this. It is inspiring other people, or at least one other person that is connected to you, that has their own destiny really connected to yours. So this is really beautiful. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was insightful for you. Thank you so much for being here with me. I'll see you next time. Bye.